Hi, I'm Dane Calkins of Legacy Woodworking Machinery. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn the powerful advantages of having the Legacy Design Kit in your woodworking shop.
This design kit contains 3 acrylic templates, each with a corresponding key. These 3 templates contain 27 design styles of varying diameters, for a total of 107 router bit profiles. The design kit also has 2 design pads. The first is 11 inches by 39 inches, used for laying out turnings, multi-sided pieces, and spirals, either straight or tapered. The second is a 13-inch round design pad. It has been created to allow you an end view of the diameter of your workpiece. This is particularly helpful when you are trying to determine the number of divisions for reeds and flutes, and also for use with the rotary indexing table.
Here at Legacy, we often talk about creating turnings without the use of a lathe.
On a lathe, the operator uses a gouge to create the desired shapes on the workpiece. It is a traditional method of turning stock round and adding shapes. Turning on a lathe is nothing more than creating shapes. If we look at router bits, we see that they are nothing more than various shapes of various sizes. Because the Legacy uses a router to make the cuts as the workpiece rotates, we can therefore create a wide variety of turnings. Your Legacy Design Kit will increase your ability to create turnings by allowing you the freedom to see the end result. Before ever making a cut, you will know the shape of the piece as well as its predetermined diameter. Simply start by selecting a desired shape and diameter of the router bit. By positioning various cutters next to each other, you can see if the final piece is going to be one that is acceptable in its design, and you haven't even made a single cut. Once the piece has been designed to your liking, you can purchase the necessary bits to complete the project.
Laying out your designs for your moldings and your picture frames is also very convenient with your Legacy Design Kit.
In this example, you can see that we have used 3 different bits to determine the shape of this molding. Using the rotary indexing table, the same design can be created round, half round, or even used as a quarter section.
You can also use your design kit to lay out your spiral designs.
When laying out for spirals, keep this important rule in mind. If the spirals have an odd number of starts, that is 1, 3, 5, and so on, the router bit will be offset by 1/2 the diameter of the bit. If the spirals have an even number of starts, such as 2, 4, 6, and so on, the layout of the bit will be directly opposite each other, as shown here. In this case, the router bit is laid out from here to here. The diameter of the bit is 1, 2, 3 inches. The front side of the spiral goes from here to here. The back side from here to here. The spiral measures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches. This part has a 6-inch pitch. This piece uses a 3-inch diameter bit and a 6-inch pitch. Therefore 6 divided by 3 equals 2. This part will have 2 starts.
Oftentimes, the trickiest part about doing reeds and flutes is knowing exactly how many to put around the circumference of the workpiece.
The design kit will assist you in visualizing how the reeds or flutes will be positioned next to each other. The round design pad accommodates various diameters, up to 13 inches. It has been divided into 4 quadrants, 3 of which correspond with available index plate. 24 positions from the standard gear set, 36 positions from the 0.25 gear reduction set, and 40 positions from the 2x gear multiplier. The 4th section corresponds with the divisions for the rotary indexing table. Flutes are created using either a core box bit from the top or from the side using a side fluting bit. As you lay the piece out, you may decide to change the spacing or the diameter of the bit you use. You can see that as you use this method to assist in determining spacing, you'll be more confident in making the final cuts. Reeds can be created with either a side reeding bit or a point cutting round over.
To design contoured profiles such as this, you may want to go down to your local art supply store and pick up a flexible curve. These are about $10.
They are available in various lengths and are extremely simple to use. Simply shape the curve into the desired shape and lay it on the design pad. You can then trace the shape. If you desire, you can then add router bit profiles next to the curve. If the pattern is acceptable, cut the template out on the bandsaw or with the jigsaw. You can now use the template follower to cut out the shape.
Here at Legacy, we believe that having a design kit in your woodworking shop will not only save you valuable time and money, but will increase your ability to use your Legacy ornamental mill.